profession, whether it's public or private, there's demands on you to make quick decisions with limited information, right? How many clients say, what's your opinion? Okay? Give me that advice. And at your place of work as well. So it's not just public accounting in which you're asked to make quick decisions with very limited information. And that's great, and it's a great talent to have. However, okay, what could it lead to? It could lead to unconscious bias in the decisions that we make on a daily basis.
Unconscious bias is essentially a set of preferences or predispositions that we have that we're not aware of. That's all it is. So from that perspective, all of us have it. It's not necessarily bad at all. In many cases, unconscious biases help us be more safe and secure and comfortable. But in other cases, depending on the situation and the decision, unconscious biases may stand in the way of making optimally effective decisions in the workplace.
Whether it be hiring, mentoring, promoting, staffing, developing people, engaging with your clients, engaging with your peers, okay? People work with you. Those are instances in which unconscious bias can enter into your decision-making process.
You know, people walk into your guys' offices on interview day, and you bump into somebody, and you say, that person kind of looks like he could work here. There's a good fit, okay? We say this all the time. Our mind jumps to conclusions based on appearances, the dress, temperament, personality, whatever it is. Something about people appeals to us, and we say this is a good fit. We have multiple in-groups, and we have multiple out-groups. And because of this programmed instinct in our brains, we are automatically attracted to people like us. And we won't go towards people who are not like us, especially if the differences are visible. So we have to fight our natural instincts to go towards folks who are not like us.
You know, there's certain things you cannot delegate, okay? One's being a role model, okay? And the thing is that you've got to basically exhibit it, okay? You have to be a diversity and inclusion leader, okay, and exhibit actions. Your actions are going to say a lot, not just what you put in writing and your values and everything, but I think a real leader, really exhibits a sensitivity to diversity and inclusion by everything that they do, decisions that they make, the discussions that they have, the communications that they have with their staff.
If you're going into a room to discuss staffing on a project, before you step into the room, if you can pause for 30 seconds and say, am I in thought mode, opinion mode, conviction mode, or judgment mode? What mode am I in? Just self-awareness. What mode should I be in? Okay? And then step in. That's all I'm asking us to do. Because there is no right or wrong answers. But if you pause for a minute and leverage your wisdom to say, what mode should I be in? Number one. Number two is, how should I come across to the people in the room? Even if I'm in conviction and judgment mode, should I reserve and withhold expressing that and let the team talk about it and see where they end up? Or should I go in and express what I want to express? The strategy is wonderful, but it's only as effective as how well it's implemented and executed. And part of the implementation challenges of a D&I strategy is winning the hearts and minds of the people that are actually going to make it happen. And in the process of doing that, one of the challenges is this challenge of unconscious bias, because people don't even realize that it exists. So in order for the diversity and inclusion strategy that may be brilliant on paper to come to life within a business, a deep and nuanced understanding of unconscious bias and how it may hinder the execution and implementation of that strategy is very, very important as a next step.